guys, welcome back to Kuma Reviews. We're taking a look at the Flame Toys Kuro Kuri 08 Rodimus. So honestly, I'm gonna say off the bat, this is already a contender for my favorite Flame Toys Transformers figure yet. It's absolutely incredible. From the second I opened the box, like, it blew my mind just how good of a figure this is. So this is going to be a lot of gushing and stuff like that. Not a sponsor review or anything like that. I just find this figure incredible when I've actually been disappointed with a lot of Sentinel and Flame Toy stuff over the past like couple of years. So that makes it really stand out that much more. Now, of course, you see the figure here. Let's give it a measurement real quick. I've got it standing fairly straight up. All right, so I've got it at 7 3/4 inches tall. Well, yeah, 7 3/4. I'm gonna call it there for right now. I have a more exact measurement in the written review on kumastyle.com. And taking a look at some of the accessories here. All right, so you've got the stand, a couple of blasters. They combine to a bigger blaster or a rifle. There's a rifle that has a couple of different combinations, so it becomes a fishing pole, becomes a sword, his backpack with his wings, as well as the line for his fishing rod, a couple of sword effects, variety of hand, and the two blasters that go on his forearms. So again, the figure itself, we said 7 3/4 inches tall. I just want to make sure again. All right, yeah. Giving you guys a quick roundabout, and it does come with armor for its Rodimus Prime mode, and it is just beautiful. The paint on this is sublime. Definitely the paint application's my favorite of the line so far. Like, it is just, you've got to see this thing in hand, man. And I'm not even the biggest fan of like metallic paint and stuff like that, but the color selection on this is incredible. Then the application is just something else. So there's a roundabout of the figure itself. I'm going to raise the camera up a little bit more. We don't need to really have that totally heroic type angle there. Save that for the gallery. All right. And the lighting effects on this one are all on the upper half of the body. So I'm going to zoom in there, get it nice and focused. So for the face and chest, there's just a button right on the bottom of his back here. So press that. Then on the other side, boom. Okay. And for each of the shoulders, these can pry off the back. All right, do the same for the other side. Hopefully that one doesn't fly off the table. All right. And even without taking the lights off, you can tell that the lights are really bright. Okay. And I'm more than okay with the lights being all on the upper portion of the upper torso here, rather than all throughout the body and stuff like that. I wish that Flame Toys would get to the point with these products where you don't need to take panels off and things like that. That would be cool. A lot of companies have moved to the magnets as activators for the lights. I think that would be a solid idea, but they have so many throughout the body to where, you know, if you don't hit them, you might cross over and accidentally hit one when you don't mean to hit it, and this and that. Have some lights on, some lights off, really be able to sync them as well. So I get that portion, but I don't know. They got to do something, or just buttons on the outside of the figure. That would be nice too, you know? Optimus did a really good job with that, where it had like the buttons on the shoulder and stuff like that, but that's neither here nor there. This is Rodimus, and it is what it is. It's a really minor nitpick on a figure that you're going to see is just outstanding. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and go over the figure, the articulation and whatnot, a lot of the gimmicks. Really doesn't have many, maybe some moving handles here and there, but outside of the lights, you know, it is a very what you see is what you get, and what you get is really awesome piece, we'll look at the accessories, and then we'll get this guy all armored up. There's so many armor parts that I'm not showing them right now. When it gets to that portion, I'll dump them all out on the table, show you what it comes with, then we'll get it all, swapped out and this and that. But yeah, take a look at this review. Of course, after that, let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. But for now, let's go ahead and get started. All right, and taking a look at the articulation on this guy. So the head, the neck has a swivel back and forth of its own. The neck itself, where the neck meets the clavicle, and then the head, it's on its own ball joint there. Now, there are some wires in the back of the head, so I'm not going to go too crazy doing like 360s or anything like that, because I don't want to pull them out of place. And it does have interchangeable faceplates too. And that's how you do it. The mask normally doesn't come off that easy, but, yeah. All right. And then there's some side-to-side swivel there. But a lot of upward, a lot of downwards, good range of motion there. Again, don't go for the 360. The wires for the LED are going through the neck and stuff like that. You don't want to pull those in frame or anything like that, because then you've got a whole world of mess. All right? So, the shoulder pads, okay? And if these shoulder pads like pull up or anything like that, don't worry about it. They actually are supposed to come out because they change out for the full-on Rodimus Prime mode. So let me get that back. The shoulder pegs have a hinge of their own because they can move some side to side. All right, see that? Now the shoulders themselves, upwards, downwards, and this is like the butterfly piece, and then that also goes in and out too, so that's really cool. And again, those shoulder panels, front and side flip up, the back does not, but in terms of parallel, the shoulder itself, boom. All right, roundabout, 360 on the bicep. All right, and what's cool is that these are die cast figures too. All right, double jointed elbow, and then the wrists do rock up and down, in and out, so that's cool. And they can 360. You just got to watch the gauntlet there. All right. Now taking a look at the waist, you see that it has side tilt there. Okay. And what's really neat about this is that, let me actually zoom in there. Let me see if we can do that. Brighten it up some for you guys. All right. This looks like one piece, but it actually separates. All right. So there's a piece on top there, and that's where the rock motion is. All right. So it's got a good amount of rock side to side. And I love little detailing like that. Okay. Then let's look at the back bend ab crunch. All right. Lots of rock at the waist itself. And then looking at the ab crunch, not too crazy. A lot of it's this top portion here where you get it. But then there is some on this too. And you can see it's nice because this actually bends into itself. I like little details like that. It's awesome. All right. And see how like everything works in conjunction to make like the back bend and the ab crunch and whatnot. Like, it's just really neat. All right. So in terms of his leg movement, oh, the waist, I should probably show you where it turns, about 45 degrees each way. More than 45 degrees. I'd say between 50 and 55 probably, like something like that. But there we go. Good amount there. Can it actually 360? I think it can. All right, let me get that back down. I was actually about to, I guess it's on a peg there, and it started coming off, so you got to watch for that, but I just pressed it right back down. So these pieces here move. There are two tabs there. I don't think that's for armor. I think that's for the interchangeable like pieces and stuff like that, like swords that come with other characters and like. I'm not sure, but we'll check that more out later. I haven't messed with it yet. In fact, I haven't even armored them up. But moving on to the front. All right, those two pieces of the front move, and then this has the crotch plate itself. Has some movement there. Nothing in the back to move. All right, that's for the stand, that hole there. But let's take a look. All right, side. Ratcheting. Swing. Look at that. Look at that. And then the back, not so great. It meets this like waist piece here. All right. Knee bend. Double joint it. And I just pop that out. Let me see if that's easy to put back. Yeah, it is. I like that. I like easy. All right. Now thigh swivel. There's some swivel at the top of the thigh, and then this piece is separate too, right there. So boom, and then boom. Okay. All right. No more movement throughout there, but let's take a look. The ankle tilt, and then the feet. The front of the foot moves back and forth, but let's look at the whole foot. All right. Boom, boom, boom. So good amount of movement there. And we'll play more with poses and stuff like that as we look at the accessories. But since we are looking at accessories, let's go ahead and place his wing pack onto his back. There's a peg here, and it just pegs in. And there's a hinge on here too. We'll show how that works in a second. Just got to get it lined up to peg in. All right, so there's that. And then to make room for his shoulder movement and stuff like that, boom. All right. And now, that chest piece just popped out because it's interchangeable for the sake of its armored mode. All right. But again, this can pull out for the sake of giving room for like his arm swing and stuff like that. All right. Now there is some transformation, like things like that and like that, but just looking at the base articulation, the wings can tilt some, and then they can go in and out. All right. Which is really cool. There's a good look at his base form, and we'll also get those blasters on too. And there's that. And these are the pieces that'll remain on for the remainder of the time. And again, Rodimus does come with multiple other face plates to exchange. This pops out pretty easy. Let's go ahead and get it out. All right. Now, do I have a spudger here? I'm actually going to take a second and grab one. And it's kind of hard because there's this part right here in between the eyes that keeps it. So what you do, you lift it out from the bottom, and then once it's out, press it down so it kind of like falls out. So the first face, default, stoic. Then we've got a smirk face. Honestly, putting these on isn't the easiest either. They just peg into the back, but again, that lip that covers the top of the head. Right. And there's a really small area between the eyes where this crest pegs back on. All right, there we go. And that's a smirking expression. We'll go ahead and get the eyes lit up there. Yeah, there we go. All right, good look at that. Is that again? See if I can do it with my finger. Under. There we go. The next face is going to be teeth gritting, grimacing, whatever you want to call it. And unfortunately, I can't do this without putting my hands in front of the camera. Make sure we focus there. And I don't know how well the camera catches it, but the little lining and detailing on the face that was in the comic art is just something else. All right, so there's grimacing. Get that off. Down. All right, once you get the process, it's not too bad. All right, and a rage face. Good expressions, none like locked behind a paywall or anything like that. The one accessory that doesn't come with this, D4 Toys exclusive, is the bow and arrow set. It's like a flame type arrow that he has. So, and it is pretty cool. But I'd rather have the fishing rod if I had to choose one. And I'm glad it comes with that. But yeah. All right, and those are his 4 facial expressions. Okay, guys, we're just going to take a look at the accessories, and then that makes it easier for me to just take pictures of him holding, utilizing them, or give you guys footage of him just using them. So it comes with 2 blasters, well, 3 blasters, but these 2 in particular, all right? 2 fairly standard blasters. This one has wings. They can expand out. This one, really no frills, no gimmicks. It's what it is. Now, the 2 blasters do combine, all right? So this should be able to extend there, all right, long. You see it has that space there. This, the muzzle in the front can come off, all right, like so. Boom. And then, I believe, they just clip together like so. All right. And on this one, the handle can go forward if you want to do it like that. More sniper type. But yeah. There's that. Now, taking a look at this blaster here. All right. Pretty standard stuff. Boom. You can put this forward if you want to. Keep it out. It has this handle. It becomes a fishing rod as well. And this piece actually clips into the back. All right, you can rotate. It has a lever on here as well to like swing it up and down. So it's pretty cool stuff. All right. So now we got it back here. What we're going to do, extend this out, give ourselves some space. And it comes with 2 different blades. They're both flame blades. But what you do, you clip it in, and then you push this back. It goes right into that peg there. All right. Now you've got a sword. That's one type of blade. Extend that out. Then you have this option as well. Okay. And last but certainly not least, extend that out. Peg this in. Peg that in there. And there's a clip for the line there. And then an extra clip on the line itself that clips into the end. And there you go. The line's pretty long, so, you know, but it is bendable wire and stuff like that. But yeah, fishing rod. Alright, and quick shot of him utilizing it as a fishing rod, this blaster here. Pretty cool stuff in my opinion. But it is a long line, so that's something to take into effect. I wish they came with a shorter one too, just for the sake of display and whatnot, but yeah. Pretty cool stuff. Alright, and here he is, utilizing the flame blade. I'm not going to do both blades, no point of taking pictures with both, but yeah, there we go. Pretty cool stuff, and I love that his weapons are just large. And not in an obnoxious way or anything like that, not intrusive, just intimidating. It's really cool. And this is probably the best I've ever seen this character represented in terms of just giving him some authority, you know what I mean? It's crazy. I'm not huge on Rodimus, but this toy makes him look like the man. It's fantastic. Alright, and here's just a shot of him with both weapons in hand. This mold is just something else. Honestly, how cool is it? Alright, now we got the armor parts here. It's not as much as I thought. It looked like a lot more in the baggie that I had them in. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Got some shoulder parts, new forearm blades, and some of this stuff, I honestly don't know what it is. It looks like calf filler parts and whatnot. But we'll see once we get it changed out. I'm not going to do that on video because it's simple as pulling parts off, pulling parts on. There's no screwing or anything too crazy. Read the instructions and you got it. But let's go ahead and get you guys to the finished project, show it off, and get you guys out of here. And not for nothing, this is what the figure looks like, nude, quote unquote. Alright, thighs, shoulders, calves, chest. Backside, the only thing that came off was the back plate. That wing pack there, but this is what it looks like. It's kind of cool. It's almost like a model kit and things like that. Alright, so I got this thing all armored up or whatever, and it is mind-blowing. I thought that it looked really crazy bulky in pictures and stuff like that, but in hand, it looks so streamlined and incredible, V-taper like crazy, just anime super robot as fuck. It looks like Studio Trigger designed this instead of IDW. Like, it's insane. Now, one thing I forgot about the armored up mode, the wings, they expand. These two little things fold down. Same articulation. And I finally remembered to go ahead and put the sword on the back so you guys can see how that looked. But look at this. This is nuts. He's got guns. He's got blades. He's got guns on top of his blades. Thrusters. And man, oh man. And even though it's Cybertronian, I love that the shoulder pads scream muscle car. Like, it makes... Dude, what? They killed it with this. So you saw I just hit the two switches there for the shoulder pads, and boom. There are the lights. Let's turn off these front lights, get some silhouette going. Really bright, really nice. And again, I don't think he needs any lights on his bottom half. I don't really think it'd do much aesthetically, but as it is, really, really cool. And the best part is that no articulation's lost. We'll do some action shots and stuff like that in the gallery, but I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time here. Still got comparisons and stuff like that to do here, so let's go ahead and get him lined up with some other Flame Toy spots so you can see how it looks next to other things. And oh yeah, this thing has height extenders on it too. Not crazy much, about 1/4 inch, but I believe 7 3/4, but even at this heroic type pose. It's more of an official 7 3/4. Let me get him stood straight up to see if it's anything significant. Because I was surprised. The thighs actually move up so that you can put these thigh pieces in. Okay. Oh yeah, he's hitting over 8 inches there. So 7 3/4 to 8 inches with the thigh extenders. That's freaking awesome. So Rodimus Prime, he be. Alright, and finishing this review up, we've got Rodimus Prime, we've got Optimus Prime, we've got Drift, we've got Victory Saber in the back. So those are the 4 Autobot molds that have been produced so far. Optimus, well, all 3 of them actually have like shattered glass or dark redecos of them, but these are the 3 original molds to date. No reason to purple Optimus, red Drift, and Black Star Saber and stuff like that. That does nothing for the shot. Even though I have them. So yeah, incredible line, and honestly, it's nice to see them quality-wise really up the game with this piece. I do wish, I don't like the way that Sentinel with D4 Toys does their locking exclusive accessories and stuff like that, because a lot of companies, when they do direct sales and stuff, they might have exclusive stuffs, but they entice you by the cheaper pricing by buying direct and stuff like that, where Flame Toys is actually way more expensive firsthand than like US retailers. Plus there are some really key accessories and stuff like that that you can't get unless you do it through them. It's like, why not just sell them exclusively through your store if you really want people to shop there that bad? But business practices aside, the product is incredible, highly recommended. I'm at the point where like I'm trying not to impulse buy a second one of these to have both the armored and unarmored mode in displays. The review will be up soon. Well, the review is here, but the article, written review, and gallery will be up shortly on kumastyle.com. Make sure to check that out. As for this video, please leave your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. You know, the share part's huge. Tell your friends if you like what you see. And yeah, until next time, stay well, stay safe. Thanks for watching.